That's right. The Bitcoin doomsday pattern is now potentially upon us. Ladies and gentlemen, for months I've pointed out that this trend could potentially be in a bearish triple top formation or a bearish head and shoulders pattern from a macro perspective. And now the clock is potentially ticking on what could be one of the most monster Bitcoin moves of all time. So let's dive in and analyze what is going on, ladies and gentlemen. Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. So let's not waste any time and get right down to it. So before we get into that pattern analysis, I'd just like to look at what's going on here in the current day first. Obviously, if you are subscribed to this channel, then you would know that this green box range here for me used to be red, as it was going to act as potential resistance upon backtest, as we saw it as resistance, 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 really all throughout 2021 until it finally flipped into support here in November. Then it flipped into support over here, until we lost the floor of support, right? So one could speculate that this area was going to possibly act as resistance upon the backtest, but it didn't, folks. And this is actually very good news for the bulls, as we've gotten through this level, and you can see right now at the time of recording, Bitcoin is looking to potentially create support at this level once again. Now, this would be very, very nice, because if we are now able to create a floor of support above the 42K level, this would be a nice W in the book here for the bulls, in my opinion, as if we are able to conquer this level back as support rather than seeing it act as resistance, it's possible that this short-term downtrend here could be over, right? We've broken through this downward sloping trend line of resistance that started all the way back in November of 2021. We broke through it. We got above this green box range, which used to be the red box range of resistance. And now if we are able to find support being built on top of the range, this is looking great from a bullish perspective, in my opinion. Let's get this crypto. And of course, on the daily Keltner channels indicator here, we have seen, in my opinion, a flip from bearish price action, with the price action trading at or below the bottom band, to now the price action trading at or above the top band. We're going to need to see what happens here in terms of support, but this action here in the present day looks very different than the action we've seen here in the downtrend over the past several months, and this is looking like possible bullish construction to me. And here on the weekly time frame CM Williams VIX Fix indicator, we can see that last week we did close this bar in the gray. And if you are subscribed to this channel, you would know that this is looking very potentially bullish. And the reason for that is just take a look. After we've seen green on the weekly time frame switch to a gray close, there has been a tendency for the Bitcoin price to move up higher after that occurrence. Now, of course, past performance does not indicate future results. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen, and it doesn't have to continue moving forward. But what I'm stating is that in this crazy game of probabilities that we play, we can see here that good things have happened in the recent past for Bitcoin when this weekly indicator turns from green at a market bottom back to gray to potentially signal that the bottom is in, at least for the short term. Just keep this on your radar. And before we analyze this absolute behemoth of a pattern here, I also just wanted to show you this, because several weeks ago, maybe even months ago at this point, I showed you guys that the weekly crypto asset flows had been on the decline. You can see, right, that about 2 months ago, we were seeing a decline there, millions of dollars leaving the market. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we can see that the tide has turned here, right? Over those past 4 candles, we have now seen positive inflows into the crypto space. And I just wanted to present you with all of that data before we start to look at this pattern here, just so you guys understand that right now, until proven otherwise, I'm still bullish here, right? I'm still speculating to the upside, but we have a very real threat here of this being a massive macro multi-year topping out formation. And to me, obviously, the two most prominent formations I'm seeing right now is a possible irregular triple top or a more standard bearish head and shoulders pattern. We're going to get into both of those right now and look for what we could potentially expect moving forward if this is to play out. So let's start here with the triple top pattern. Now, inherently, bearish head and shoulders patterns and triple top patterns are very similar. You can see we're looking for a clear resistance line across the top and a clear neckline of support across the bottom. And then basically when we see that neckline break, it can point towards much lower levels in the price. And what we're actually looking for here is a measured move, right? So if we flip this over to the logarithmic scale and then we take the size of the neckline up to the head, which we can actually take it from two spots, right? It'll be this shoulder right here. And then actually, when we look at the head and shoulders pattern in a second, we'll take a look at that. So this would be for our triple top here, using the top of the left shoulder as point number one, right? If we take that measured move and drop it down, obviously this puts us right at about 13,000 in the mid $13,000 range, which I'll take us over to another chart in a moment after we finish up with these patterns. But ladies and gentlemen, there is a ton of confluence down in this area, so we'll look at this more in a second. Just keep that on your radar. Now let's go over to the bearish head and shoulders pattern, right, which is very similar to a triple top, but this is actually more so what this one looks to be on the Bitcoin chart right now, in my opinion, is where you have a shoulder, a head that's higher, and then a right shoulder that's also lower than the left shoulder and the head. So right now, as I've been saying, it's too early to know where this right shoulder will wind up, if it becomes a right shoulder at all, right? If we just see this rip right to a new all-time high, well, it's a moot point. It was totally negated. But for this pattern here, what we're looking for, right, saying that we don't see a right shoulder go above the left or the head, what we'd be looking for here is a measured move, the size of the neckline to the top of the head. And if we drag that down, you can see this puts us a little bit lower at about 12,000 flat. So both patterns are generally in the same general target area, right, between 13,000 and 12,000-ish. Now let's go over to this other chart so you understand why there's some confluence there. Now, since Bitcoin's inception, we've seen some pretty heinous market drops. Actually, the average loss comes out to be minus 82% in our serious market failures, right? So if we take the average loss of minus 82% and we drag it from our current high of about 69,000 down minus 82%, I just want you all to be very well aware that this lines up right here at about 12 to 13,000. Let's get this crypto. So now I hope that you understand why that level for the bearish head and shoulders is so interesting. And if you are enjoying me pointing this out, if you could leave a thumbs up on the video, thank you for the thumbs up if you're enjoying. And if you're brand new, welcome to the most must-see and most realistic Bitcoin analysis show on YouTube, period. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all so you don't miss any more of these important Bitcoin updates. Welcome to the channel. So yes, this is very interesting stuff here. I like the confluence in this range, right? It was our first support after our blow off top back in 2018. Then it was resistance after our first capitulation, right? We saw the market bounce back up, ladies and gentlemen, 100% rise back up after the first capitulation. And this was our resistance point. Then fast forward into 2019, it was our market cycle high before we plunged all the way back down to 4,000. Then up here in 2020, it was our last resistance ceiling before we broke through it and ripped up into the 60K plus range. So keep this all in mind. What I'm trying to do here is give you an overall perspective of everything that I'm seeing in the market, and I hope you appreciate it. Now let's get back to the daily chart for Bitcoin. So as I told you guys earlier, for a bearish head and shoulders pattern, you need to see the right shoulder stay slightly below the left shoulder and obviously below the head as well, right? So in terms of what we'd be looking for here, if the Bitcoin price were to continue bullishly, which I also showed you earlier in the video, there is still potential bullish construction here, in my opinion. A rise up from here would not surprise me at all. Sure, this could all fail and we just resume the bear downtrend, right? That's possible. But there are some bullish things going on here right now. And if we are to continue up, well, where would I be looking for the bears to potentially come back in? All right, for this, what we're going to do is we're going to take our Fibonacci retracement tool. We're going to use it as an extension target here, dragging from the top to the bottom rather than the bottom to the top, right? Now, if you are subscribed to this channel, then you would know that the level between the 0.5 and the 0.618 to me is the most important level on the Fibonacci scale. And this is what I refer to as the honey hole of Don Fibonacci. And in strong bounce trends, what I'm looking for is the price to potentially rise up into that range before then being met with potential bearish sell pressure. Now, folks, you just can't make this stuff up. Ding, 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 chicken wings for dinner, tofu if you're vegan. Look at where the honey hole of the Don is. Right smack dab in the middle of this red box range of potential resistance. Now, why is this potential resistance? Look at all of the bottom layer support here back in 2021. Then fast forward here into later 2021, it acted as resistance, okay? Then over here in later 2021, acted as resistance once more. So if we are to test back up to this level here in early 2022, just based off past price action alone, this is a key critical area for me to be watching. But then when we take the Fibonacci tool and we drag it from the top to the bottom of this move to only get the 0.618 right at the top of the range and the 0.5 right at the bottom of the range, folks, this is a very key critical area to watch here, in my opinion, basically between 51,000 and 55,000 flat. Let's get this crypto. This is the juicy data that you come here for, ladies and gentlemen, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Leave me a comment down below if you're appreciating this. Say, thanks, Kirby. Get wrecked, Kirby. Let's get this crypto. Just leave me a comment down below. I appreciate you, and I hope you appreciate me. And to be quite honest, I could talk about a million different things right now, as there is a lot going on behind the scenes, but I'm going to hold that off for another video. Right now, I think I've shown you enough here for one day. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all for all of my future videos. That will give you the notification when I upload. Welcome to the channel. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you're probably wondering, well, Don, what are you doing here? I told you guys that until proven otherwise, I'm still speculating long right now, right? I mean, this could fail, right? All right, I'll chalk it up to a loss, right? Risk mitigation, I have a stop loss in place as to where I'm comfortable getting out of the trend at that point, right? To each their own. For me, I'm willing to take a loss here if this market is to move down. But right now, there are signs that we could potentially be forming a short-term bottom. I think it's possible that on the overall, we could still be forming a macro potential, either irregular triple top or more so of a classic bearish head and shoulders pattern. And right now, if we were to get up into my potential honey hole range here, I mean, that is basically a 20 to almost 30% move up if we were to see the bulls continue to carry this thing higher. Now, I'll continue to cover this as the trend unfolds. I'm going to be watching the US dollar index, global equities, things of that nature as well, to give me a better perceived edge over the crypto market, taking the global conditions into play as well. Let's get this crypto. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now, if you would like to see all of my up-to-date real-time strategy ideas, entry ideas, trade setup ideas, everything just like that, as the Don looks to potentially strike gold again, then today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. VIP is where I post all of my real-time trade setup ideas and everything just like that, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're not already in there, you're missing out. I'll see you in there right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. And on that note, well, I'll see you all in VIP right now after this video. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment. Thanks, Kirby. Get wrecked, Kirby. Let's get this crypto, whatever you want. Don't forget to also thumbs up the video, subscribe, tick the little bell, and select all. I'll see you all in VIP right now after this video. Very, very interesting times ahead. And until next time, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs. Oh, and before I forget, don't fall for any of the fake Kirby accounts posting down in the comment section. They create fake accounts with a nearly identical username and logo to mine, then they reply to your comments with phone numbers and email addresses trying to get you to contact them. You can see several examples on your screen right now. Do not contact these people. So here's how you can verify that it's my actual real account. It's very simple. When you're watching a video on my channel, my real account will always have a gray nameplate behind my name. I also have a verified checkmark from YouTube. And just to make it even more obvious that it's me, I always leave a creator heart on my comments. Only the channel owner can leave a creator heart. So if you see the heart plus the gray background and the verified checkmark, you know that it's me. If you don't see those things, then it's obviously a fake account. It's as simple as that. They're also creating fake accounts over on Telegram now. So if you are ready to become a VIP, do not go on Telegram and search Crypto Kirby or Crypto Kirby VIP. You're going to find all fake results. My group is private. When you search that in the search bar, you're getting public results. They're all fake. They're all imposters. So if you're ready to join VIP, the only way to do so is to click the link either in the pinned comment or in the description of my video. If you search for Crypto Kirby or Crypto Kirby VIP anywhere else, you're going to be getting in contact with a fake. Only use the links in either the pinned comment or the description of my official video. Stay safe and stay smart, my friends. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto.
The material in this video has no regard to the specific investment objectives, financial situation, or particular needs of any viewer. This video is presented solely for informational and entertainment purposes and is not to be construed as a recommendation, solicitation, or an offer to buy or sell any securities, commodities, cryptocurrencies, or any related financial instruments, nor should any of its content be taken as investment advice. Crypto Kirby is not a financial advisor. The views expressed in this video are completely speculative opinions and do not guarantee any specific result or profit. Trading and investing is extremely high risk and can result in the loss of all of your capital. Any opinions expressed in this video are subject to change without notice. Crypto Kirby is not under any obligation to update or keep current the information contained herein. Crypto Kirby may have an interest in securities, commodities, cryptocurrencies, and or derivatives of any entities referred to in this material. Crypto Kirby accepts no liability whatsoever for any loss or damage of any kind arising out of the use of all or any part of this material. Crypto Kirby recommends that you consult with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment or trading decisions. Thank you for watching and have a great day.